Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Coogan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
Okay, so welcome along to the press conference for the fight on Saturday. We'll be pretty quick and get straight to it. No one really likes these things, so I'll move straight on. We're going to Fahad Al-Balushi, Kid Emirati, best nickname I've heard in a long time.
Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, no, it was a shocker for me when I saw it online. They're like, Kid Emirati. I'm like, what? But it's a nice nickname. I appreciate whoever made that up.
Yeah, it's a good nickname, definitely. I called you a couple of fights ago in the tennis arena, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's good that you come along nicely. 11-1 now.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about the fight Saturday?
I'm excited. Always before a fight, I'm always feeling excited, you know, because obviously you put in the work. The next thing you know, you just want to put it all in the ring. Yeah, I just want to put in a performance, you know. So can't wait for Saturday.
Good. Any tactics coming into the fight? Any of you had a look at Nitin, what he does? See any footage of him recently?
Yeah, I mean, Coach and I watched this footage. We studied what we needed to do, but I think that's just going to be disclosed between the team. You know, I don't want to put anything out there.
Obviously, you're excited to be fighting in front of your home fans as well.
Always, there's always like excitement to fight here in Dubai. I love it. It's my hometown, it's home country, so to put on a show over here is always exciting for me.
Well, good luck. We're looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Fazwa, how are you? How are you feeling?
Good. How are you? Good.
Good. Are you excited for Saturday?
Yeah, of course, very excited. Like this is my 15, 16 fight, so I'm very happy to perform over here again.
Yeah. Good. Have you seen much footage on Callum?
Yeah, I've seen his footage with my I sit with my coach and saw his all footage, but at the end we want to keep it simple, and we'll see how it goes on Saturday.
Yeah. What are your plans for the next 12 months? What's the goal? What's the goal for the next 12 months?
So after this fight, so me and my team, around and upper management, we'll work more on and we'll do a step-up fight, which will help me on my ranking and on my career. So we're focusing on that more.
Is that the plan, just to try and get as far up as the rankings this year and meaningful fights?
Yeah, so the fights which meaningful, which means to me a lot. So we'll do that one.
Well, good. Well, you can catch these two in action on Saturday night. Next up, we have Arnold Kika, featherweight, Ukraine, 19-1, 1 KO with one loss. How are you going? You okay?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready? You in good shape? Training going well?
Yes, I'm everything good.
Good. Do you know anything about the opponent? Have you had any footage? Have you had to see much of him?
Everything good.
Everything good. Obviously, you've got the big fight with Fulton and Inoue. You know Fulton well.
It was a long time ago.
How was the experience though, being with someone of that level?
I'm staying better every year, and now I'm the better my shape in my life.
Good. You're looking forward to Saturday. Good. You're highly ranked, obviously, and you're on the undercard of the man over there in the corner, Jazza Dickens. Is that a fight in future that you would be aiming towards? I'm not trying to create any issues between you both, but obviously, you know, the Jazza Dickens is a name in the division.
We will see after Saturday, and we can speak about this fight. It's no problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm ready for every fight.
Good.
In my weight class.
Is there anyone from all of the other champions that you prefer to fight, that you prefer to go in against? Any of the other champions catch your eye?
I just fight for a belt.
For a belt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay, well, man of many words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So before we start, I heard you've been in the gym with Artur Beterbiev. Any tips for me, brother?
That guy's a monster.
Hopefully he's not too much of a monster on August 19th, but how's it going with yourself? You're making a name for yourself in the division now, big puncher, 10 knockouts. Can we expect the same this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're all looking for, right? We all want to get the knockouts because that's what everyone wants to see. But we'll see, you know, if the knockout comes, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to box. So.
Good. How are you finding fighting in Dubai again, isn't it?
I always wanted to come here, you know, and I'm really excited to be here. The only problem is it's really hot, you know, so it's no problem with the weight.
Weight making because, yeah.
So yeah, this weight cut has been the easiest one I ever had, and I guess it's the weather.
Yeah, good. Obviously, the weather difference to where you're based over in Canada compared to here can be a bit different at times, especially in the winter. But has it affected you much, the heat, as you've just said?
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference because in Canada it's really cold, especially in Montreal where we train. It gets really cold, so sometimes I wish it's really hot, but not this hot. But it's okay. What could you do? I'm just excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me. I want to thank my manager, Key Conley, Aaron. Thanks for putting me on the show here in Dubai. I always wanted to fight here, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, listen, we're excited to have you. You're a good fighter. What, if provided everything goes well and goes your way on Saturday, what are your plans after Saturday? What's your short-term goals?
We had a really good camp with my coach Sam and Sean and Andrei Kulishov. We had a tremendous camp. Just one fight at a time. Obviously, I want to get into the rating, but I guess these guys don't want to fight me. I've been telling my manager and the promotion to give me a big fight, to give me some money in the ratings so I could get up there and get known and get the big fight. So hopefully after this fight I could get a big fight that'll put me in the rating, and I want to fight for a world title.
Do you find that tough in boxing when you're a nice guy, you're quiet, you don't really want to call people out, but you find yourself backed into a corner where you have to call them out because no one's really wanting to fight or no one's making these fights happen?
I mean, I guess so, right? Sometimes if you stay the humble guy and the nice guy, you don't call out anyone, it doesn't happen. But I'm not the guy that trash talks or that calls people out. I just want to show everyone in the ring with my hands. But if I have to start calling them out, we'll have to,
Yeah, so as you say, sometimes it doesn't work that way. You want to be respectful and quiet, but you have to make noise to get these fights. Is there anyone, obviously, top of the tree in your division that you would like to fight, or is there anyone out of the rankings or the champions, which way you'd rather go, what governing body is that?
140 is really hot right now. There's a lot of great fighters. I think anyone in the top 20, if I could get someone in the top 20 to fight with me, that would be great. That way I'll get known and I'll get my respect, and that way I'll get closer to a title fight.
I think you have that respect, you just need to start getting known, and we wish you all the best for Saturday and good luck to you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That's why I'm saying.
Right, we have Kalakmet and we have Mr. Jamie Moore next to him, obviously who's going to be trying to do his best to translate. How's your Kazakh?
Absolutely terrible. I won't be translating, I'll just speak for him.
How's training camp gone then?
Yeah, it's gone good. It's been quite short in terms of him being in the UK. He only had a month with us, but he's been training over in Kazakhstan. But it's been a while since he boxed last. I think it was 18 months ago. So, but he's phenomenally talented, and it didn't take him long to get his time and his distance back. He's always ticking over back over in Kazakhstan. So.
What do you think his best tools are, his best assets are in the gym? What do you think is
probably his timing? Yeah, his timing's beautiful, really, really is, and you can see his brain's like a computer. He sort of has a little look, and then all of a sudden, within about a minute, he tends to have worked someone out. So he's a great talent, and I think over the next 12 months, we really want to push on with him because. He's 29 now, so he can't afford to be hanging around. He needs to get a move on.
Does he always stay in shape, or does he tend to have a bit of, because he obviously had a long time off? Will it take him as long to get back into the groove? Do you think, or do you think he should ease in?
Yeah, I think the plan is obviously it's not an easy fight at all by any stretch of the imagination on Saturday, but we expect him to win. I think maybe get him out again in September. I think activity really now, because of his age and the stage he's at. So if we can get him out twice again after this one before the end of the year, and then hopefully in with a name, because for me he's that talented. Within a couple of fights he could be fighting for the world title.
That sort of answered my next question for me. It was what about the long-term plans with him and the short-term plans. Obviously getting active is important. You need to be busy, you need to be fighting, but is there any of the top lads in the division that you're looking at? For him, who could be an ideal fight before a world title, or to get him into that mix?
Yeah, I mean, the usual stuff. Anyone in sort of the top 10, he tends to be in that sort of bracket where who needs him club. You know, he's had 5 fights, but he's way beyond the sort of level where you'd expect. So the risk reward probably doesn't balance for the champions. It's about getting in the rating and try to get him up into the top 10 so that it's worth the risk for somebody to box him then. So that's not my job. My job, that's the manager's job and the promoter's job. My job is to train him and getting him in the best shape possible, and I'm looking forward to him getting back out on Saturday because I love working with him. He's a great kid.
Yeah, and if he's based in the UK, obviously the division's red hot at the moment in the UK, isn't it?
I mean, there's massive fights for him in the UK, but there's some big fights all around the world. You know, junior middleweight is it's a decent division now.
Yeah, well, looking forward to seeing you Saturday, and obviously, as you said, time's ticking, and if you get to move on, I think we'll see his full potential.
Yeah, I'll do the talking from you.
Fingers
The
crossed.
action.
Well, good luck Saturday. All the best. So the big one, we'll start with Dickens-Sosa. How are you feeling? How's camp gone? How's the journey here to Dubai?
¿Cómo te sentiste? ¿Cómo estuvo el tiempo acá en Dubai? No, la verdad nos trataron muy bien. Nos trataron muy bien desde que llegamos y estamos muy cómodos, la verdad.
We are very comfortable, people are very nice here, and we are happy to be here.
And there won't be any problems with the weight, with the heat. Obviously,
¿No son problemas con el peso por desgraciarse? No.
No, really.
good. Jazza, how are you feeling, mate? It's a big fight, obviously. First defence of the belt that you've got. How does it feel since you've won that belt, since you've been a champion?
Yeah, it's been good. Probably working hard, been doing sacrificing most of the time away, and it's nice to defend it on a different continent. You know, I think this is the Middle East now. It's the Vegas, isn't it? The world, so it's going to be down in the future, and it's a pleasure to be here.
I've been dying to ask you as well. You're still living in the van on Ireland?
Still in the van, yeah. Most of my time spent in the van. You know, it can be rough, but when it comes to fight night and stuff like this, you get a nice bed. So it's like your legs out, your toes and your fingers, and you think, wow, this is amazing.
So for anyone who doesn't know, do you want to explain the setup?
Well, it's live with a camper van in Ireland, you know, that's what I do, keep yourself isolated. Marvin style, and that's what I do, so yeah.
When you talk about sacrifice, obviously since the start, since your amateur days, you've been nothing but dedicated and sacrificed a lot of things to pursue your boxing career, and we know in the boxing trade and the boxing fraternity how tough it is and how much you work and how much you put in, and you really do deserve everything that you get for the sacrifice that you made. But you're learning a lot over there with Peter in Ireland, and you seem like you're really in a good place and enjoying your time.
Yeah, Paul. Dublin, Dublin, just like Liverpool, it's very similar, so that helps a lot. But like you say, the sacrifice, this one in the van, I've always looked for little edges to get a little bit of an edge where it's not too uncomfortable, where I can gain an advantage, but this one's a bit tough, so it has to be worth it to be over there, because there's a big game in the van, but in the gym it's well worth it. You've got great sparring there, Sean McComb's there every day, great IQ, great sparring. Seren Kelly, Paul Ryan, Gary Cully, there's loads of lads, I don't want to miss anyone else, probably I've missed a few out there, but there's loads of lads and gym sparring, we're all working on things all the time, working on new things, you know, so, you know, that's saying you can't learn all those new tricks, I don't really believe it. Trying your best to get better, and hopefully you'll see what we've been working on.
Yeah, I see a lot of, I follow Peter on social media, I see the type of training he does, and you can sort of tell from fighters and their styles which trainer would probably work with them, and it looks like a match made in heaven personally, without, you know, blowing too much smoke with both ears, but I think it's a good setup what you've got, and fingers crossed for you that you see that on Saturday night. I'll just come back to Mr. Sosa. What are the plans for Saturday night? I know you're not going to reveal too much, but how do you feel the fight's won and lost?
No, la verdad vengo en mi mejor condición física y mental, que es lo importante. Esperé mucho tiempo esta oportunidad y vengo preparado para demostrar que estoy para grandes peleas. Si bien no soy un boxeador tan conocido, pero tengo para estar en el primer nivel, así que quiero aprovechar esta oportunidad.
I'm in my best shape of my life. I'm mentally very strong. This is my opportunity. I'm very happy for being here, and I will go to the win. I want to win.
Same to yourself, really, Jazz. Obviously, without giving too much away, you've studied Sosa. What type of fight are you anticipating? Do you think it's going to be a chess match? Do you think it's going to be a more rougher, physical fight?
I believe that it'll be a mixture of fights for one, and I believe I will dictate that. I believe I have the styles, not only styles to dictate different types of fights. I think the main thing for me is to keep it composed and keep it to one type of fight, and do what's working, and not deviate from the plan too much. We have got a plan, and it's one of them where you see different ways that you think you can win, but picking one is sometimes being an obstacle. That's where we are. I'm confident in the plan for this fight. It's important to me because moving forward, if you don't win this fight, there's no moving forward. And it's like that with every fight, whether you know it or not, to some sort of extent. But this one's the biggest extent because it's unifications, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Sort of brings me to the next question. Also, obviously, I'm being an ex-fighter. You never want to answer these questions, but providing everything goes to plan Saturday night, obviously there's a lot of talk of these big fights with your Wellingtons, etc. Is it in the back of your mind, even though you're trying to not concentrate on anything but this fight on Saturday?
Not right now, no. I understand that, only they say I can only talk at one part at a time, and that's where we are this time. And not to disrespect this, by looking forward, this is an amazing opportunity. Even like when you look at Charlie, you see pictures like that. I know you can pick it up and all that, but it's still amazing every time you see it, you know what I mean? It's amazing to top the bill in a different venue and different continent, so it's nice. So I'm just going to enjoy every second of this, and we'll take it from there.
So as will be the same for Mr. Sosa and yourself. You've done that well, getting to where you're getting. You should enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to a good fight on Saturday night. So I wish you all the best. Good luck.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Callum, and some very special guests, Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking shut up.